Yeah, then I could show it live then, actually, can't I?
Yeah, yeah. You.
Well, actually,
I don't.
we'd have to wind his video back, but I'm getting them all. Sorry, I know this is childish. I mean, it really is.
All right, now I'm seeing.
Somebody made an account called "It takes 2 minutes to make an account to create an account, you slow cunt."
Oh, and of course, it promptly got blocked.
Yeah.
Oh, or better yet, wait till your father gets home, and they put "wait" as in the measure.
Right. Right. That would get me all of it. This is going to make an absolutely great video. Because did you see he was showing a page with all my troll accounts on it?
Yeah, and we were trying to figure out over on ED how he got that earlier in the day, and I think
I'd already,
was it a screenshot from a?
Yeah, I shared
something?
it in the Hangout. I shared it because I was making the point of how many accounts I needed to create because of the amount of times I've been banned from Flat Earth chats. And I don't pretend to be anybody else. I just make stupid account names to be antagonistic. But I haven't hidden who somebody said, "Who are you?" I would just say who I am,
Yeah.
So
like he has my main account blocked over there, so I can't even post things from that. So they can just go in and
and
see.
it. And that was the point I was making. And this will really beautifully illustrate it now. That while I'm trying to get in a hangout with him to discuss this, he's still blocking accounts, or his people are. And I'm having to create new ones. And now I can show that because he's rather foolishly put the video in the chat in his video. So now I will be able to compare the video with my screenshots of the chat, and everyone will be able to see that the lines I've said are not in the chat.
Yeah.
So,
well, and even then, one of his guys in there was asking, he trolls here, why not debate here? And my answer was quite simple: neutral ground. That's why.
Right. Exactly. Because I've been in and hang out with him before, and he just, I did the really simple, he did gravity doesn't exist. He was doing, and I said, well, why is it harder to walk uphill than walk downhill?
Mm-hmm.
And it was, well, buoyancy and density. And I said, well, your buoyancy and density is the same, isn't it? And he said, asked and answered. And he was doing this like really over the top laughter and just, you know what I mean? Just, oh, God. But I have to say, the wrench weighing is just,
oh, God. It was hilarious. Earlier today, was it earlier today or was it yesterday? One of the last couple days, I was in ED live. I actually turned the camera on my phone because I was in my kitchen at the time and had a simple scale and just started weighing random shit. I had 2 different size crescent wrenches. I even pulled up a freaking 8mm box end, ratchet end combination. Really fucking thin, really fucking tiny. And I got nothing close to the amount that he got on that wrench.
I mean, how he could think with all that water sloshing around and him just holding it, and the big splash it made. I mean, how he would expect anything like an accurate result, even if his hypothesis were correct. It just begs belief. It really does. What's he saying now? Is he still? I mean, I can't keep making accounts. It's ridiculous.
Never, ever, ever thought I'd sell my Harley. But I'm getting to the point where I got to start considering that real January 3rd of this year. Luckily, I still got
Yeah, and of course, because I don't feel like opening up a virtual, another virtual desktop on my PC. I'm logged in as my main account here, but I'm using my phone on that other account to try to get them to at least fucking acknowledge that you're over here waiting. But fucking jackass. Hey, we
I've
got
just
a
turned
viewer.
him up a little bit, just so I can hear him.
She got water pills to counteract the steroids.
No, it's just me.
Another pill to counteract.
Oh, now he's going off on all the medication his wife is on.
Right, yeah.
Hey, by the time is willing to come in. You know what? Might as fucking well.
Yeah, why not? How can I download his Hangout? I bet I can't do it yet, can I? I'll try it. I'll try it through the downloader, see if it lets me.
Whoa.
Oh, he's talking about the
Oh,
neutral
God.
Hangout.
Yeah.
GemPanda under another name. Why does that matter?
Uploaded a video before. I'll pass.
What a surprise.
Andy wants to go to a neutral hangout? Gav can host a neutral hangout. Victoria there. Victoria is as honest and as trustworthy as the day is. Sign out, sign back in under that name, and come and tell me about your hangout again. So I can check out your channel. How is he going to host a hangout? See, you guys didn't realize I don't hang out on this stuff. How in the hell do you think I fumbled my way through the Sandy Hook report?
Oh, that's his favorite, isn't it? That's his go-to conspiracy.
The Sandy Hook, yeah.
Yeah. He seems to think he's some sort of leading expert on it, but I've heard his stuff, and it's the same old, you know, this piece of glass should have fallen the other way. This thing shouldn't have blood on it.
Yeah. I mean,
Didn't fire enough shots. This kid was somewhere else, you know, everyone got a free house. You know, all the usual stuff.
oh, God, what is he going off on now? Let's go there. By the time, just deleted just had the link deleted. I don't have many subscribers because I don't do much shit. I mainly join in conversations. I'm not a content creator. Yeah, see, he was just looking at it as like,
why is GemPanda afraid to do it in here? I'm not going to boot him. I'm not going to mute him. I'm going to mute myself when he talks. I'm going to mute myself to ensure that
Sorry, I'm just having a quick chat with Spec. Sorry, I don't mean to be rude.
Oh, no worries, because he's going off on the other thing. Is like he wants to push it over to there, and it's like he's saying, why is Gem afraid to do it? It's like, why are you afraid to go to a neutral hangout? Why are you afraid to go to somewhere where you don't have control?
Right, because no one's going to get blocked here, are they? You know? No, I haven't got him blocked.
No, because I'm not going to block either of you, obviously. And in the chat, I have one person who has mods, and I don't even think he's paying attention right now.
No. Spec's offering to send me his my email.
Now he's going off on a Earth discussion.
You're the one that's got all those names. By the time you see this, I took your virginity.
Oh yeah, but I haven't kept any of these accounts secret. You know, I make it blatantly obvious who I am. It's just most of them are too stupid to pick up on it. You know. And usually, when I'm on one of those accounts, you know, it's in response to being blocked. And usually I get one sentence out and then I'm blocked again. so what the hell? But, you know, I've never hidden the fact that I do that. He seems to think he's doing some big expose, you know, that he's stumbled across. He was saying he didn't know whether I'd shared it by mistake. Well, if you're watching that hangout where I shared that, it's, you know, I talk about why I'm showing it. You know what I mean? It's
they always take it out of context. It's their MO.
I mean, it's, you know, there's no way anybody could be confused about whether I meant to do it or not. I absolutely meant to do it. I wanted to make the point that they're suppressing free speech when they claim that that's, you know, one of their big goals. And now Hillbilly has just illustrated it perfectly.
As long as they're respectful, don't block it.
Is that Spec in there now?
Maybe.
How many names, control names you think has already been in here, people? Been what? 45 minutes this hangout's been going? Been over 50 troll names blocked already?
Oh, God, he's going off on how 50 troll names blocked already in 45 minutes. It's like, you're a jackass. One, I doubt it's even that many.
Apparently it's 57, but I haven't counted them. I'll take his word for it. It probably is about that many.
Well, no, just new names blocked today.
Oh right, no, he's only done 3 or 4 today.
Yeah, who knows?
You know, it's a quiet night in Flat Earth tonight.
Wait, did they block my other account too?
You know, I mean, I don't usually start getting bored until about the 8th one.
Oh, fucking dishonest cunt. He blocked my other account too.
What did he say?
Both accounts of mine are blocked now. All right. Where can I?
Can we wind his video back? Yeah, he's left it so we can wind it back. So we could do a live expose of it. It'd be a bit of fiddling around though for me to find the bit of video.
This is fucking childish, overgrown twit.
I know. He's doing so much for my profile. I bet I'll get loads of subs out of this.
job. These things are on YouTube for better than 12 hours a day, 18 hours a day. Please, for a job.
What's this? Oh, just more updates.
I know
Stupid
you can't
people.
be in a position I am, old enough to have 30
They
years
say whatever.
where you can retire.
You know what? Let's see. I'm going to try going this way. Oh, can I send him a message this way? About... Send a message.
It's just that somebody's calling me pathetic scum. He is a troll, and he's paid to lie to people. Nazi Vincent. That's DQ, isn't it?
So I'm sending him a direct message through YouTube right now from this account that the Hangout is being broadcast from.
Right.
Asking him, why would you block me for simply offering a neutral outlet for you and Jeremy to talk? You can even mirror the Hangout on your own channel, but neither of you will have mods in the Hangout, and if either of you mute the other, I will personally kick the offender. You have nothing to lose. What are you afraid of?
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm saying, no, I don't agree with him, but I am able and willing to be fair because I am something that's called intellectually honest and I have integrity, something he is showing he doesn't have.
Right. Jed Skeptic's on soon. I like Jed Skeptic.
You know, I seem to always miss his live broadcasts.
Yeah, he's pretty good actually. He often seems to vocalize what I'm thinking, you know. It sort of hits the nail on the head for me quite a lot. But it's, you know, not always.
Yeah.
Like a lot of these guys, you know, he's
It's Grim. That's who that was over there.
Grim.
Yeah, Mr. Grim V is over in ED.
Oh God, that guy.
Yeah.
That's the thing with these guys. They're like wolves in sheep's clothing, aren't they? Head upside down head, Mr. Grim. You know, you think you're dealing with somebody normal.
Yeah.
And then you find out they're not flat earthers, but they do have this other really, really weird belief.
You know, I wonder if because Hillbilly has my account blocked over on YouTube, I wonder if that's why it's not letting me just add them to the Hangout.
Right. Right. I mean, I could send, but I don't really want to go in his hangout though now because I think, why should I if he's blocking me? You know, that's, you know what I mean? That's not fair.
I go sleep now with one leg in my wheelchair with my coffee into. What the fuck is with some of these names over there now?
I don't know. Do you think? Does it seem to you like flat Earth is growing? Do you think it's picked up the pace a bit, or the opposite?
I think it's pretty much stagnant to three people: the intellectually handicapped, the willfully dishonest, and people who think they can exploit it for some sort of gain, specifically monetary.
Right. I'd agree with that.
Those are generally the three type of people you'll find that believe in it and are trying to push it, from my experience and point of view.
Right. There are some strange, I don't know. It's so fascinating. I really find it hard to put it down. It's the people who are so sure, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, do you know Del beyond the imaginary curve? The Scottish guy.
Yeah, he's kind of hard to forget.
Yeah. You know, I mean, he is absolutely. They're teaching it to our children in school. you know, oh my God. You know, I thought we'd kind of beaten the creationists back a bit, you know. And then flat earthers came along.
Oh yeah, there's always that ebb and flow kind of thing. Over here.
Yeah, maybe it's your age.
I was about to say, it has to do with the number, but it ain't age, buddy.
Yeah. I think I'm a similar age actually, because I'm 51. So I think you might be a little bit older, but not much.
Yes, but intellectually, where do you rate? Above an 80 IQ?
Oh gosh, yeah. But I did actually. I did one of those online tests not too long ago. I don't know, a year or two ago. But I don't know. I took its result because it was quite high. You know, it's one of those things where, you know, if you get this high score, you can join Mensa. Yeah. You know, so I imagine everybody gets a high score, you know, on the little online thing, because then you have to sit a proper thing, you know what I mean? But of course, that costs you a few quid, you know, to do that. So
yeah, I remember taking one. My school, my primary school that I went to years back, had actually selected a good portion, like a handful of us from each grade level, to take an actual IQ test. And I remember taking it. It was probably 4th or 5th grade. So towards the end of primary, before going into middle school. And there were 3 of us in my grade who all tested high enough that they offered to pull us out of school and send us somewhere else because of how high we scored.
Wow, cool.
My parents wanted nothing to do with it, though.
Right. I had a kind of similar thing when I was much younger. Well, actually, when I was 7, we emigrated to New Zealand, and their education system is a bit behind ours here. So, and I was a bright kid anyway, so they stuck me a year ahead eventually. And I ended up having these extra lessons on a Saturday morning and stuff. It was horrible. You know, you end up in a class of kids that you don't really know, you know, and you have to go to school on a Saturday. It was pretty awful. You see that account name? Poncho and Vinny are two dumb fucks. So is Carl scanning. That'll be David Quintana, that one.
You know, there are times when I miss the occasional interaction with Pete Shea and that ilk, but
Right.
for the most part, I don't miss them one bit.
No, you know what I mean? I mean, I haven't really been doing Hangouts that much. I mean, I do a little bit, but I mean, I rarely get to talk to any of those guys anyway. But, you know, for me, I thought I can probably, I don't know whether I'm right or wrong, but I thought I could maybe have a better impact by just, you know, taking some time and making, you know, creating content. So that's what I've set about doing, you know, trying to make stuff that's, you know, informative. I mean, I don't suppose any of them, well, I know, I mean, from time to time they do watch them, but usually I get the impression that they've kind of, you know, watched a few seconds here and there throughout just to get the general gist of what I'm saying rather than watch the whole thing. And, you know, my videos so far, they haven't been the most interesting, you know. So.
Oh, which account are they under?
Under my GemPanda account.
There it is. Oh, I thought I was subscribed to it. Oh, just corrected that.
But I'm working on one about the moon landings now. But it's going to be quite. Well, I'm aiming for an hour long with this, but I'll be able to. I'm going to break it down into sort of 10 or 15-minute chunks.
Yeah, I was going to. Are you trying to do, like, from the amount of material you're thinking already? Are you going to have to trim it down and condense it, or try to?
Well, I mean, as I'm making it, I'm trying to do it as condensed as I can, because I know I've got a lot of stuff to get through, really. Because what I'm doing is I'm doing the evidence for the moon landings. So I'm in this one. I you know, for a later video I'll do it, but for this one I'm not doing any of the, you know, I'm not doing rebuttals to any claims, any, you know, hoaxer claims, you know, like the shadows shouldn't be in like that, or the flag shouldn't be waving, or I'm not going to deal with any of that. I'm just going to, I'm presenting evidence for, but the problem I kind of came up against really was the fact that, you know, from a fair, you know, what I've heard flat earthers say and what I've seen in flat earth memes, a lot of them don't really know a lot about Apollo. They don't really know how it worked, or you know, a great deal about it. So the first sort of 15 minutes of it is going to be basically what the NASA claim they did, and it's a rundown of the hardware and a kind of a mission profile sort of thing, you know, what the hardware was, who made it, and how it was used. But I'm trying to do that in a sort of a, you know, with some detail, but not, you know, not immensely nerdy, you know. It's quite hard to, you know, figure out what to put in and what to leave out, because there's so much information out there on Apollo, you know. And then I'll follow it up with another one refuting all the crap.
Yeah, so one of the guys over at in Hillbilly's chat was just saying, GemPanda, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. He won't debate because he knows he will be crushed under his lies. So I just sent a message to him saying, if GemPanda won't debate Hillbilly, why is Gem in a neutral hangout waiting? And
Yeah,
Hillbilly refuses to enter.
right. I can't get in his anyway. I mean, he's probably zero chance of him finding an account that isn't blocked. Because I think if his mods have got me blocked, that will stop me going in anyway. Although I think maybe if I send my email, he might get in. But he might be able to get me in. I'm not sure. What's he saying?
No, I was just reading in the YouTube chat for this one. Curved is have a video titled "Hillbilly's Tiny Tool." All right. You know what, Curved? Love you, man. Gotta make you a moderator. There you go.
Curved is awesome, isn't he? He's just, it's just great. He always sounds so pleased, doesn't he? Curved. I just think he sounds. Never gets angry.
And I was like, yay, me. Hey, Curve, do you want in? Might as well have some fun with it.
Anyway, it's been my, one of my goals to be a sort of famous YouTube troll. And Hillbilly has really helped with that.
I was going to say, you're getting there.
Yeah.
Oh, he seems to be getting off of that dead horse.
Gem has lost all credibility.
Yeah, bullshit.
I never had much credibility anyway.
Wait.
Come on.
You tried Hillbilly, but GemPanda just trolled you. No, he didn't, you dumb motherfucker. If this has been you trolling, wow, dude, you really.
I know. I mean, all I do is I poke a bit of fun. I mean, really, this, he's making me out to be some sort of evil criminal. You know what I mean? All I do is take the piss a bit. I mean, I'm fucking English. I'm supposed to take the piss. That's what we do all the time.
That's what makes it fun, though.
Oh yeah.
Fact is fact, and you can't change that. And yet you subscribe to Political Hillbilly?
It's unbelievable, isn't it? I just don't get it. I just do not get it. I don't understand how people are. Well, I do understand it. They want to believe it really badly, don't they? I think that's a big factor. They just want it to be true.
Oh, and to answer your question, Curved, yes, people really can be that stupid. And worse. See, and my thing says that his stream started like 22 minutes ago, but, well, then again, that's on mobile. It may not have updated.
Right.
Yeah, you're already added to the Hangout, Curved, so you should see it over in Hangouts. Yeah. That is a good one, Satan. We don't consider flat earthers people. They're a lower life form. Well, from an intelligence standpoint, that's the case. Yeah, fuck. Yeah, since Jackass isn't showing up, let's see who else I can add.
Yeah.
Well, let's add. Oh, Harry hasn't been on in a week.
Sorry, I'm not too talkative. I was just, you know what I mean? I've just finished a fucking 11-hour shift. I was just going to go and make some cauliflower cheese. And all this started.
Let's see. Okay, so I could add Red, but for some reason it's not letting me add Negator.
Let me see if I can. Can be very touchy though, these things.
Yeah. And Hillbilly can't be, but who gives a fuck at this point?
There we go.
Welcome.
Hey, man.
Figured it out. How you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
Tried to keep it simple for you.
I opened it and cut and pasted the address and closed it so I could open it in a real window. And
right.
I didn't cut it. I was getting ready to rejoin the other hangout that I just left and had to do it all over again. So anyway, yeah, I finally got it working.
It's kind of ironic that you should say that, because that's how all this began. Because what happened was Hillbilly was doing a hangout and he screen shared the hangout page by mistake. And when you do that, it makes your hangout snipeable because someone can read the link off the top of the screen share and basically type it in. And that's what Tim Osmond did. But when you do that, as you just described, Curbs, you have to paste it in somewhere so you can click on it. And he did, and he happened to paste it into a chat, an open chat with me that had been open from the night before. And I just saw this link come in the chat, so I just clicked it. And I went in Hillbilly's Hangout just as Tim Osmond was sniping it. So I took the rap, but I haven't, condemned Tim for doing it or anything, or I didn't rush out of the hangout in disgust or anything like that, because I thought it was funny. So and I thought there's really kind of little point in me trying to. Do you know what I mean? I was there as he was doing it. I thought.
Well, you thought it was funny because it is.
Yeah, but I thought I'm guilty by association anyway, aren't I? So there's no point in sort of pretending it isn't, it wasn't really me. So I've just been honest about it. I just said, well, I clicked the link. I didn't know he was sniping the hangout because I wasn't watching the hangout at the time. But obviously it was Tim Osmond that sent me the link. It did cross my mind that, that might be his intention. So, but I just joined, you know what I mean? I just thought, I've got nothing better to do. So I just clicked it and I was in here.
Well, if I remember correctly, that's the hangout that Political Hillbilly asked for people to snipe it. Because they were circulating that rumor that sniping had been fixed. And Hillbilly actually said, well, come on and snipe me.
Right, yeah. And he said he wanted to test to see if he still could, didn't he? And we had fallen into his trap by doing it. So
and now he's mad because he honored its request.
Right.
Well, like right now he's mad at me because at first it was, Gem won't debate me. Gem won't debate me. And Gem's like, I can't get fucking in. So I can't. So I was like, hey, I'll offer one. I'll do it neutral. I'll put it so neither one of you can do any shady shit to each other. Come on. And as you can see, Jeremy is more than willing, but wait, did Hillbilly ever even consider actually showing up? Oh, wait, no, he didn't, because he's a fucking dickhead.
And the political show Willie has ended that hangout. He's not there anymore. No excuse. He's free. Exactly. He could come here if he was a man.
I might be able to download it now.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I even sent him a direct message through YouTube saying, "Hey, he's here waiting. Neither one of you are going to be able to do shit to each other. I'm going to be the one in control. What are you so afraid of?" And, well, how about that? Nothing.
Does he need somebody to show him how to get into a hangout that's not his own?
Maybe.
I know he's been in Free Chan a few times, hasn't he?
He knows how to run into the chat at Earth discussions and post a shit post, ending with calling us cowards as he's running away. He doesn't even stick around long enough to reply to any comments to his shit post. Just shit and run. The irony. Gotta love it.
Who did this one go to? I forget who those two messages went to, but yep, there's the others. Oh, wow, 7 months ago? Fuck, no way I'm remembering who those went to.
I wonder which hangout I showed those accounts in. I want to get the clip of me actually explaining why I did it. Can't remember whose hangout it was. Might have been mine.
Yeah, whichever one it was. I mean, he did a screen grab.
Right.
But we couldn't tell which one it was from. But you could definitely tell when he was talking about it recently, it was through a screen grab because it was obviously opened in Windows Media Player.
Right. Can't remember. It's either going to be mine or PMARS or possibly.
Oops, sorry.
Possibly Specs, but I think mine or PMARS.
You know, PMARS is. I'll admit, it is slightly baffling me today, just a little bit, because he made the claim earlier today that he's never changed. Like his opinions on anything or any of that bullshit. And yet he went from being a flat earth apologist to no longer acting in that way. But he says that he's never changed, and yet there was a change right there. Granted, PMARS is also the guy who said that myself and a few others are claiming to be something we're not, but then refused to explain it further.
I have to say, he's always been cool with me. I do like the guy. I do. I mean, all of these guys, they've all got one or two weird beliefs.
Yeah, and you know what? I will give him that. My thing with PMARS right now is the fact that he and Pure Anarchy were having a discussion in the side chat of a live broadcast that I was not a part of, but I witnessed a portion of it. PMARS then tried to spin what was said and outright lied about what was going on in that conversation, and of course to try to make it to his benefit, and tried to say that Pure Anarchy was the one lying after the fact. But I was like, no, I was there. You asked this question. He answered. You accepted his answer. But now you're trying to say that he never answered you? So which is it? Was I seeing shit? Or are you lying your ass off? So the fallout from that is he decided to lump me into the whole group of being someone pretending to be something they're not. And every time I've tried to ask him, it's like, I would like some clarification because I have never misrepresented myself to my knowledge. So what did I say that I am, or experience I have, or knowledge I have, or anything that is not true? And he runs away from it. It's annoying because it's like, dude, just, if you were talking out your ass, just say it.
Yeah, I hear you.
Any sign of Hillbilly yet?
No.
Well, apparently he goes to bed at 7 o'clock every night, he told me.
Oh, well, he is freaking old. At least Dax. But here's the thing. He's a distributor. He's a seller of a wonderful herb, a natural occurring substance. But most of those sales take place at night. Right. If you're in that business, why the fuck are you going to bed so early? You must really trust your minions, which, sorry, I wouldn't.
Is that what he does then? I thought he was retired.
Retired from a regular job,
right?
But that scale that he used for the mythical
right, yeah.
wrench test, he admitted it's for his side hustle, which is the purveying of a wonderful edible and smokable substance.
Yeah.
I thought he said it was for selling weed.
Oh, that's exactly what I was saying. I was just trying to be nicer about it.
I get it. I really want him to show up. I know it's not going to happen, but I want him to.
Ooh.
Yeah, it would.
Let's see if this works. The window over here. Let's see if I can get this person in. What? Okay, so I can't add Spurs Chemo either. These fuckers must have me blocked.
Let me see if I can do that. Hang on, it's this one, isn't it? And oh, there's a stack of people already in here. Well, Negator's already in here. So that's why you wouldn't be able to add him.
But I don't see him as part of the conversation on my end.
All right. Am I in the right? Hold on. Maybe I'm in the wrong one.
Yeah, because the one we're currently in now, all I see is us three and Red. Red's rhetoric.
Oh. Where's it gone then? No, I can't.
You want to add Spurs Chemo?
Oh, there it is. There it is.
He's probably asleep, but I can add Spurs if you want.
Sometimes he's still around and kicking. I mean, it is the weekend, though, too. So, I mean, he's one of those who made an offer to chat and rightfully pissed off when the opportunity came.
All right, I added him.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. So why could you do it, but I can't?
Because I'm special.
Yeah. Okay. No. Rupert just got it. It's disable receiving invitations. So, and it makes it so only people in your circle can do it. So yeah, that would do it.
It's complicated, this thing, isn't it?
Yeah. It kind of makes sense from that aspect.
Yeah, I guess it does.
And granted, I mean, I don't do a whole hell of a lot, so I was like, why not?
Ooh, Barbie McGill has a hangout at the moment.
Oh, yeah, I did hear her mention that.
Who's that?
Now, that is probably a place I could interact with a flatty.
That could be fun.
I like Barbie McGill.
No clue who that is, person, but man.
Where is she at in all of this now?
Well, she's still a flatty, but I think there's hope for her.
What kind of flatty are we talking about, though?
Sorry?
What kind of flatty are we talking about, though? You say that there's hope. Is it a genuine concern, or is it sit on the fence and play the apologist angle?
Oh, no, she isn't doing that. I think she's I think, you know, like a lot of them, I think she's been taken in by what she's seen. But I think there's from what she said to me, there's a fair amount of stuff that she isn't taken in by, that a lot of them are. And, you know, I think that you know, the seeds of something are there.
Oh, that could be a fun one to join.
Because I think if I don't know, it's difficult, because when I look at any of this flat Earth stuff, and I've looked at, you know, hundreds of hours of it, and I haven't found anything even slightly compelling, really. You know, nothing.
Well, I'll admit, when I first started hearing it, God, almost a year ago now, at first it was like, oh, you've got to be kidding me.
Right.
And then the first few was like, okay, Horizon always doing this. Is like, okay, I can kind of see their point, but
right.
And then they start to go off the deep end, and it's like, oh no.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but when you look at the number of people that have been taken in by it, you've kind of got to say, well, I don't know whether you can really be that critical of someone who is taken in by it, you know, just for being taken in by it. Some people are, you know, somehow. I don't know how, but some people, you know, plenty of, you know, enough of them are.
And the way I look at it, it's more, where are they coming from? Are they being incredulous assholes about it? Or are they genuinely asking questions and are willing to listen to an answer from both sides?
Yeah, and I think she is. And I think eventually, you know, she could be one of the ones that finds her way out of it. You know, maybe I'm wrong. You know, and I probably shouldn't say this publicly because it won't be good for her.
Yeah. Well, Gem, I have a question for you. How are you here talking to us when you're already in Barb's hangout talking to her?
I'm in there.
Wait,
you didn't notice that?
What?
She's already, Martin Lika and you, Nathan Oakley, are there.
Oh, Nathan's there, is he?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Actually, yeah, let's play it off like he's a different guy. I got you.
Yeah.
What's the name of the channel?
She would probably let me on there, actually.
Oh, with Nathan. That would be fantastic.
I get on with Nathan, though, you know. He's always very supportive of me in chats, you know, where, you know, some of the big chats like in Globebusters and things like that. He always speaks positively of me, I have to say.
That's strange. I don't think he'd speak well of me. He doesn't like me.
I think he would, mate. I know. I feel like I'm in a curious position because, you know, I like Tim a lot, and he's been really awful to Tim. I mean, really, really bad. You know, he said some terrible things to him that are just, you know, but then he's fine with me, and I feel really terrible that you know, I feel bad that I get on with him, but you know what I mean? I can't knock the guy because he's just never really said anything awful to me.
And do we want to see if they'll let us in? In the descriptions, he says, as long as you keep it civil, all are welcome.
Yeah, she would let me in. I was in a private call with her last week for about over an hour. I don't know though. The trouble is, like, Martin Leakey's in there, and you know, he's one of the people where I wouldn't want him to stop believing in a flat Earth. because I don't know if he'd get up the next day, you know.
It's all he has.
Right.
Well, he still has that wristwatch on his wall that he uses as a clock.
I mean, he's a nice guy. I mean, he's always nice to me. And you know, if you watch his hangouts, I mean, some of the stuff he comes up with, I don't know where he gets it all from. But he's always got some old book that he's pulling something out of. You know, he isn't like, you know, the other flat earthers in terms of his content. You know, I think he is in terms of his belief, but the sort of his output is, I think, is quite original. You know,
I don't see him as being an actor or being shipped here. I think he's genuine,
right? And it would, for me, it's a bit like, you know, when I was in the atheist Christian debate, and one of the things that kind of dragged me away from that was I just felt that it's just not polite to be sort of challenging people's religion. You know, it doesn't seem like a nice thing to do all the time. And I think it's okay if people are, you know, if they're in a place, if they're up for a debate, you know what I mean? If they put themselves in a place where debates are going on, but you know, that isn't always the case. And I think, you know, I think Martin kind of falls into that kind of category. He's not really a person that wants to be doing any debating, but at the same time, he's not really a person that's, you know, he's quite humble in the way he presents himself. He's not arrogant about, you know, he's not saying it's flat, you know, he's not, well, I guess he does sometimes, but he does it in a more sort of light-hearted way. He's not so, he doesn't seem so dogmatic and arrogant, and he's not, you know, going on and on about science being wrong and this sort of thing. He's sort of, you know, he finds these old books and reads little bits out of them, and, you know, creates a sort of a story, if you like, you know, from these bits and pieces. But yeah, I think it would break his heart if, you know, someone stuck him on a rocket tomorrow and sent him to space, and he looked back and saw a globe. I think it would. I think he'd be shattered.
Now you've got me depressed, Jeremy. That's sad.
Sorry, mate. I don't think there's that many like that, but I think, you know, I don't know. I don't know. What would he have if this wasn't there?
Well, he'd still have his mom.
Yeah.
He's got his wristwatch on the wall. He's got his books.
But
of course, the hat would have.
Probably in this to escape from all of that, you know?
And you mentioned he has these books. Does he know how to read them?
Yeah, he does. Yeah. Yeah. Seriously, watch his hangout sometimes. She usually does it on like a Wednesday, you know, evening, UK evening sort of time, I think. Tuesday or Wednesday usually. But yeah, he comes up with all sorts of bits and pieces. You think, where the hell did he get that from, you know?
I caught a little bit of his one on cartography the other day.
Oh, right. Yeah, he did cartography the other day. Yeah. He got...
I didn't hear anything in the hangout about cartography.
No, it wasn't a lot, I don't think.
I skimmed through it. I figured I either missed it or he kind of glossed over that part.
Oh, he'd got a few bits and pieces. He got some accounts from explorers and things like. I wasn't really listening that much, to be honest, but there were a few little bits that made me go, well, "Fucking hell, where's he got that from?" You know, at least he was some. Like I say, at least he's not just repeating the same old crap over and over. You'll watch his next hangout, and he'll be going, "It's flat. The moon makes her own light." Do you remember Tiffany?
Tiffany.
Come on, you like it.
Where did she disappear to? Because I know she was supposed to get an RV, but apparently that got quashed.
Well, it all went a bit weird at the end. I think, you know, I was left wondering how much of what she'd said was the truth, because her thing was, she said she was selling her house. She'd got this RV and she'd written "The Earth is flat" on it, and they were going to go around America, basically evangelizing and helping homeless people. And then about sort of 3 weeks after she'd supposedly gone, she came back and said something about how she hadn't sold a house or something, and she was just about to sell it, and then she was going. And then she went, and then she came back a couple of weeks later and said they'd now bought a new house. So it was all a bit, seemed like maybe she talked herself out of it. I don't know.
I think her entire story was a bit exaggerated.
Right. I think that may well have been the case.
I agree with that.
I think maybe they intended to spend a couple of weeks in the RV while they were between homes or something like that, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, for somebody who was so into flat Earth as she was, for her to just drop out the way she did, something's very strange.
Yeah, especially these days, because it's not like you need a home to be on the internet, is it? I mean, you can just go on your phone and do it, you know.
Yeah. I remember her stopping off one time during her, travel. She said she was at a library so she could get on the internet but wanted to come in and say hi to everybody. And that's the last I think I ever actually heard from her.
All right. I think I maybe missed that one. Wow.
It's funny, over in Barbie's chat, somebody told Charlie to get a P900 and look at the sky. P900, LOL. You don't know Charlie.
Yeah. Oh, and the same guy asked me the question is, How is it possible in a natural evolving system for a moon and sun to be the exact same shape and size in our sky? Do you know the odds of that? And one, they're not the same shape or size, but relatively speaking, due to relative spacing, it works out. But my answer was, the odds are amazingly small. But why is that an issue? Do you need a god to make life more comfortable for you?
Right. I mean, I think these sort of probability arguments are always easily sort of batted away anyway, because, you know, improbable things happen every day, you know, so it doesn't really make any difference how improbable something is. It doesn't mean it can't, it's not a reason for it not to happen.
Brian's trying to say they are the same size.
Yeah, no, and I worded it into a question instead of just saying it like you did, Curved.
I just see that now.
If they're the same size and same distance, then how does an eclipse happen without them destroying each other?
Yeah, or the shadow, you know, completely covering the entire Earth.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? If they're just close to each other, the sun would be completely blocked out over the entirety of the Earth.
Consider that flat Earth might not have anything to do with God at all. Seeing as how flat Earth uses the Bible for much of its, in quotes, evidence, and how can it not be a created/creator type of explanation?
I'm so glad this has become a live trolling now. This is good. This is good material.
The moon almost perfectly blocks out the sun's image. All we see is the light around the edges. This is probably because the moon is a little closer when it eclipses the sun, and yet would still be severely damaged.
Just gonna grab some food. I'll be a few minutes.
That close in. Oh God. Okay. It can be.
Well, and the size of the shadow. The old umbrum and the penumbrum would be nothing like we see here if they was close together. They're much smaller than we've been told. And much smaller than we've been told. Oh, did Rockin say something? I can't keep up with all these people.
Yeah. Well, no, every time that they ask why can't the water being curved to the outside of an object be demonstrated and reproduced in an experiment, I always make them realize the point that it can be, you just have to be in the right conditions to. You can't do it on the surface of the Earth because the Earth's gravity is going to interfere with the experiment. You have to remove yourself from that strong influence in order to get the result.
Mm-hmm. And that's why they ask. Because they know that you can't meet their demand realistically. That's why it's on Dell's list.
You know, I'm tempted to bring this Brian into here.
Ooh. Can Brian leave the comforts of his safe zone? Safe space?
That's what I just asked him. I was like, want to talk it out vocally? It may be easier then. Let's see. Yeah, no. Doesn't come up initially. Shocking. The real ludicrous idea is the idea that consciousness evolved from matter, that DNA, RNA evolved from dust and gas in outer space, rubbish, completely ass backwards. DNA equals computer code, code equal programmer or programmers. Right.
Huh. They can't even spell your name. It's right in front of their face.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, he's scared. Oakley's a manners cop now. Thinking back to some of the things I've heard come out of his mouth. Oh, any sign of Hillbilly?
No, of course not.
I just want to make sure we remember that.
See, what's funny is Rockin just said that they've given us 2 years to debate them, argue with them. And they're the ones who always run away when we start presenting repeatable evidence.
I'm back to my earlier mood this morning. I I used to want to stop, people believing in flat Earth, stop people from spreading it. I'm back to just, wanting to enjoy it and laugh at the people that refuse to be helped. The ones that are interested, that's a different story. People that are open to, logic and reason and, looking at everything and maybe considering things that they didn't previously understand, that you can work with, that you could have a conversation with. But the people that are doing like what Brian's doing here, there's nothing there, no hope. They're just fodder for the mockery. I'm still a little depressed over Jeremy's concern about Martin. If he lost flat Earth, you have nothing left. Sad. It's kind of like Joe Dirt walking along the countryside. He's got nothing but that wagon pulling his meteorite. You don't have the heart to tell the guy it's just a big turd. Oh my. Oh, here. Oh my God. Well, looks like Hillbilly's going to be a no-show.
Oh, of course. What's funny is, so over there, I was one of the little peons over there said, fake Earth pictures and water prove everything. To which I said, I have questions that don't rely on water or fake pictures.
I see that. Are they ending this? I don't have her sound on.
Neither do I.
Apparently. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning over there.
I guess they are. Yep, they ended it.
All right, well, guess I can close that one out.
It's water. Think about it.
Okay. Know what? I've thought about it. Lead me down the flat and narrow.
My question doesn't involve water at all. Why are you running from it?
Well, maybe they only know a couple arguments. You're trying to take them off script, Jared.
Normally I don't do that, but I had to say it. So that Brian guy said, "Go play with your balls and let the adults talk," and started laughing. And so my initial response was, "Playing with my balls is your sister's job, and she's been slacking."
I mean, when you try to have a serious conversation with somebody, and that's the level they want to take you to.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing is, I just wanted to ask a question of them, and they...
I mean, I'll be ferocious right out of the gate with like Political Hillbilly because of everything that's, going on, and that video he made about Sly and, his lying and all that. But, I mean, just some person you don't even know, you've never had any interaction with them. You're talking to him for the first time and you want to go and be a little twit like Brian did. He doesn't know anything. He doesn't have any arguments. He has no game. He's just regurgitating a few things that he's heard. But he's down with the in crowd. That makes him feel good. Fifth gender.
I know.
Where did this come from?
Something that By the Time was saying.
Did you take a look at Grim V's upload there, or his link to must-see ultra-sensitive and inexpensive field viewer? First time ever seen. I don't know what that's all about. I got so bored with that conversation. Grim just wants to, regurgitate his drivel. Can't explain any of it without other words that he then can't explain. It's just it's just a big word salad in action.
Yeah, pretty much. Hey.
Yeah.
Oh shit! He said that 5 minutes ago.
What's Jeremy up to? Did he fall asleep on us?
He said he was going off for a moment. So.
I figured I missed something.
Yeah. All right. Hey, Hellsoy's joining.
Here?
No, Edie.
I was gonna say I think I'm probably about to head back over there and see if I can't talk about things I know nothing about.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. So, which means I'll have to end this, which I'll leave a message here.
Well, make sure you snipe Jeremy before you go.
Well, if I just end it and close it, he can sit in here by himself.
Ooh, that too. That'd be good.
That's going to leave a message in here and over here.
What would be funny if you're not listening right now, you could create like a political hillbilly sock looking account and snipe it with that. Snipe them with a hillbilly sock.
No. I wouldn't do it like that. Funny though, I wouldn't do it though.
It's devious. I think he'd figure it out, but
yeah, he probably would. But anyways, I'll catch you over there, Curved.
All right, then. See you.